Hi everybody, Ray McClure here from north side of Atlanta, and I wanted to create a video to introduce you to my new book that's already at the publisher. This is a book that we've been working on for 4 to 6 years. I mean, a little bit here and a little bit there. And the book is going to be a terrific educational book on the officiating basketball. We've learned over the years that officials just don't know what they don't know. And so they rely on things that they've been taught to make them a better official. But before I do that, I want to tell you a couple of quick announcements. Number one, the 5-star basketball referee course will be coming up. We're presenting it in Atlanta over at St. Pius High School, the northeast side of town. And this is the book that every attendee gets. And it's really, filled with information that parallels the rules book and the manual. And so you will find that that's one of the best books ever. In fact, we've had over 5,200 officials take the course over the last 19 years. And you will not find one of them, not one single one of them, that would have anything bad to say about the course, but only good things, because we do have a lot of fun. We do teach the rules, the mechanics, and the signals, and when our officials leave, they've got it. See, we believe in officials making accurate rulings on the basketball court. And you can't make accurate rulings if you don't know the rules. Think about it. I mean, you could be accepted. You could be a Tier 1 official in your state. You could be a college official and still be butchering rules out on the court. In fact, the truth is, if we officials were missing as many out-of-bounds plays as we are block charge and continuous motion and traveling, we'd be fired from whatever conference we work in or whatever high school varsity games we officiate. And we certainly wouldn't get to the state tournament. Over the last 19 years, we have done something that is very, very special. And that is the 5-star basketball referee course. Ask anybody. It's got a 100% money back guarantee. We go from 9 to 5 on Saturday, 1 to 6 on Sunday. At 6 o'clock on Sunday, once we get the certificates out, anyone who wants their money back because they didn't believe it was worth their time, they get it. No questions asked. And in 19 years, over 5,200 officials now, not one has ever asked for a refund. That should be as much of an endorsement as I can find anywhere for what we do. I do it to make officiating better. If I were in a position of authority somewhere, I would mandate it, just like the state of South Carolina independent schools did 1 year, 2 years. You must take the 5-star course. That was the mandate. It's really that good, and I hope that I can find the right words to get you to be with us. Send in an application. Send me an email telling me that you'll pay the $60 when you get there. I don't care. I just want you to be there. That's at St. Pius High School in the northeast side of Atlanta, and that's May the 19th and 20th. In fact, it's a week from today and yesterday. The other thing is our Georgia High School Association basketball camp, officiating camp down at Valdosta State University. This will be our 5th year there. And let me tell you, this is an awesome, awesome camp. We get lots of classroom time, a lot of the same things that you'll get after, that you would have experienced at the 5-star course. So if you can be with us, we'd love to have you down there May 31 through June the 2nd. And dorms are included. If you need a dorm room, we got it. All the GHSA camps are $150 set by the state, and that's a steal. Most camps that I went to over the years were college camps where you go to audition or to be looked at or try to get hired, and they cost as much now as $500 or $700. Think about that. And it's really an audition, tryout. You don't want to go to those kind of camps until you can put on your best your best skills out on the court. How you look is a big deal. How you officiate is a big deal. You must be accurate. We're trying to get everybody to be accurate on the basketball court. Let's go back to my book now. The book is at the publisher. It's over 59,000 words. They've edited it, and I am now going through that edit sequence. And that's a real challenge, because going through it every time they send it to us, we want to make sure it's perfect before it comes to you. It's going to be a hardback book. And the name of the book, Performance Without Compromise. I'm a real believer that basketball officiating has nothing to do with you. Certainly has nothing to do with me either. Basketball officiating is about accuracy, knowing the rules and enforcing the rules as they're to be enforced. No substitutes for rules enforcement. You don't need to be selling. You don't need to be lose your composure on the court. And God help us for all these, and free us from all these philosophical approaches. We don't need any philosophical approaches. Let me tell you some of the titles, excuse me, that we've got in the book. And some of these can be a little challenging for you, or at least they'll, get your attention. Chapter 1 is about accepting your identity as a basketball official. Get rid of the mindset of being a player or a coach. Accept your new identity. If you're not new to officiating, maybe it's time to start accepting your identity as a professional basketball game official. Chapter 2 is Guardians of the Game. And as guardians of the game, that's who we are. Not the coaches, not the players, not the fans. It's the officials. This game is now 126 years old. And we're still arguing over the accuracy of block charge, continuous motion, and traveling. Are you kidding me? Why don't we know that rule by now? Why don't the coaches see the same rulings every time? And that's the message of this book. The next chapter 3, is the game is its rules. Of course, all games have rules. And we want to officiate it by something else? No wonder we keep going the wrong direction. In chapter 5, I skipped over 4 here for an obvious reason you'll see later. The role of high school basketball officials. Our role is to monitor the activities and make rulings based on what we see and hear. Sometimes those rulings need a whistle, and sometimes they don't. The truth is, nearly everything the players do is legal. Too many people think we are out there making calls only when we blow the whistle. Get rid of that. Debunk that thought, that mindset. Basketball officiating is about making accurate rulings on the court. Every time a player dribbles the ball, if he or she does it legally, we've made a ruling. That's legal, that's legal, that's legal. Whoa, that's illegal. Blow the whistle. A couple other quick chapters here for you, and then we'll talk about some others later on. Chapter 10 is officials are not game managers. Stop managing and start officiating. Chapter 11, substitutes for rules enforcement. Signals in chapter 12 and 13 is philosophers in the gym. Ladies and gentlemen, basketball officiating is not to be a philosophical discussion between artistic philosophers. I mean, it's just not that. We are game officials, and we are to officiate by the rules. We've ruined it so much now that many people would think we will never get it back. If the people in authority want it back, we'll get it back. We wanted them to start counting in the backcourt, and they started counting in the backcourt. We wanted them to start raising their hand when the ball goes out of bounds. Now the people in authority got them doing that. You see, we're copying the people at other levels. College officials want to copy the NBA and use some goofy looking 5-point try instead of a 3-point try as it should be. If you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/RayTheRef, you will get over 300 videos there, and some of them you will disagree with. Some of them are controversial. I've even been called out by 2 separate organizations telling me I'm too negative. I don't want to be negative. I tried it for 30 years of not being negative or talking derogatory about any official. I did 20 years at the D1 level. And I bought into all of these feel for the games and all these controlling the games and game managing. Substitutes for rules, talking them out of the lane, selling the calls because you're fearful that somebody won't believe you. We don't need that. We need somebody in authority, and I'm certainly not that one, but I'm certainly going to bring attention to it because we want to see you and me, yes, I'm still out there, officiate the game by its rules. My God, is that too much to ask of anybody? What about tennis and golf and bowling and ping pong and shuffleboard and my new passion, pickleball of all things? They all have rules. We even have a new chapter at the NCAA, Chapter 11, about going to the monitor. They're not going to the monitor to see if you have a feel for the game or if you have a personal call selection or your personal judgment. They're going to the video to see if you got it right based on the written word. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And we accomplished that. It's a 5-star course. We spend a lot of time on that down at our camps. And we spend a lot of time on it year round, trying to make our little impression around the world about officiating the right way, and that's by the rules. Anyway, I'll be back next week, and hopefully we'll pick up where I left off today. Happy Mother's Day, because that is today, to all you ladies out there who are the wonderful people of the world. God bless you, and I hope we get together soon. I'll see you next week. Thank you.